because it's too hot for me to be on. So, but I'm actually live, so yes, I can see myself speaking over there, which is very annoying, and I can hear my own audio. So I will cut the chase. So I'm probably starting to do these videos live because it's less of a hassle to edit them, and we can have a more of an interaction if for some reason somewhere appears on the chat. So we'll start with not this, so sorry about that. It's first time in a long time that I'm doing a live. And we start with the homepage of AliExpress. As you can see, in 6 hours we will have the choice day. This is the 1st of August. I think it will go until the 5th. And if you click in here, we'll go through the pages of the deals. So again, we have a bunch of coupons, all the usual stuff. So you have 2 on 19 euros, 5 on 39, 7 on 59, 10 on 79, 20 on 169, and 30 on 249, and I think 40 on 359. So don't bother with these ones. Everything today will be cheaper, which is a good thing. And if we go through here, you can see that's all the stuff that you can get already with the prices that you will have tomorrow. So this is the preview page. In here you have some of the items that I will be featuring, but as usual on the last few videos we'll start with the new stuff, or at least new stuff that appeared on my feed and I never saw it. And I'm a guy that I'm very dedicated on surfing through AliExpress. Other than a lot of small independent stores that are appearing on AliExpress, uh, like this Takuma. So this is a reel by Takuma. I've been getting a bunch of new reels. So another reel by Takuma. Let me check. So you know what this is? So this is the Luxafi DC. Very, very weird. I already opened the box, take a closer look to it. It's weird, but it's very, very cheap. I got mine for under 40 euros, so quite affordable. Also, you know what this is? The lightest baitcaster that you can get anywhere on the internet. So I'll be doing the lightest baitcasting combo, so BFS combo that you can put your hands on. So keep expecting that. A lot of new stuff coming in. I will not feature this because this is very uncharted water, so I will not feature on the new stuff. New stuff is things that I didn't test, but I have somewhat a bit of confidence on them. Not that I'm not confident that this will work, but it's so disattached to anything that I've tested before that I really don't know, so I don't want to keep throwing you stuff that I didn't test for some reason. So starting with lures, so new stuff. So these are like sea orsage. Everything is already linked, I think, if everything went well, on the description of the video, so you can follow through while I'm surfing through AliExpress. These ones are TP, like sea orsage type, so all the range right now for bass fishing, the fuzzy stuff. As you can see, you have quite a few colors, and if it's TP, it's very resistant plastic, so it will last you a long time. And at 2.49 euros for a pack of 2, it's not that bad because they are not cheap, and you have some like natural colors like this one. I can see this working very well near grass or on the edges of grass, like slow punching. And you have also dice, fuzzy dice. 6 pieces will run you 3.97. This one will not have a discount. It's not a choice item, but it's Blux. It's a good brand. Things from Blux have good quality to them, and you get 6 pieces for 4 euros and something. So you pay 64 cents of shipping in my case. Mileage may vary depending on where you are on the world. Um, Also, now a bit of top water, we have these finesse frogs. They are 3.8 centimeters, 3.6 grams. You get four, so it's not that bad of a deal. €6 and 85 cents. It will go to 6.32. But then, if you buy something more, you can get some coupons. And look at them. Aren't they pretty? They look somewhat that they will work quite well. And you have the main color, so you have the blues, and you have a darker belly and a lighter belly, which it's basically all you need on a top water lure. Then we have something that some YouTubers already cover, like Andrew Knots. I'm yet to put my hands on this line. I'm waiting for the choice to actually to order it. It's the Me Find Elvis wire, not Elvis, Devil's wire. So you have. Sorry if I'm similarly a bit loopy. We are again in another heat wave in Portugal. I don't know if you can see the sweat on my face. And I've slept for like 4 hours, went fishing in the morning, and now it's just after work, so it's 1:26 right in here in the morning. So I'm a bit of a sleep deprived, but at least I caught some bass in the morning, which is a good thing. You have actually quite great colors. You have like baby blue, green, very hard color to find. You have like purple and multicolor. So, and it will span from 5 pounds to 11 pounds. So from 0.1 to 0.6p approximately. So good choice of weights. I really want to say, and as you can see, it actually has good reviews on here. Look, looks pretty dandy. But moving on to other things, we have the Pure Lure Cheetah. So it's a fast, I would call it fasty reel because it's 6.2 to 1 gear ratio. It has a bunch of ball bearings, but again, you have to remember just on the handle, because this is a double handle, you'll have 4. So even if you take those 4 out, it's still 8 plus 1. If you want to compare it with a normal reel, it should be 10 plus 1. Again, with all the photos from the MK or Pure Lure, they are very dark. I think the reel will look better on the hand, and this one will be €81. I have this one coming, hopefully. It will arrive, I hope, in the next couple of weeks. Also from Pure Lure, this is a thing that appeared and then disappeared. This is the Pure Lure Silver Feather. So I ordered both of them on 800 size because I'm that type of guy. Sort of a different design than the Cheetah. I think the materials are a little bit richer, as you can see by the handle in here. So this one has carbon fiber and cork knobs, but I think mechanically it will be similar. Maybe a bit better choice of materials, like the metals that they use, the machining on the gears, but I hope this is a solid reel. Again, not a lot of reviews, that's why I bought it. And also I wanted a spinning reel from Pure Lure. That was basically it. Another new thing that I found out on AliExpress is these clamps. I will be ordering, so let me just yes, I just added them to my cart because I'm really curious, because I store the rods in my car and I always have problems with the tip moving around the car, and it's very scary. I'm actually quite eager to test these guys, and it's like €2, so quite affordable. And I think you can put a coupon on them. Yeah, you can put coupons on top of them, so €2 on 19. So if you make a small purchase of €19, you can even get these guys almost for free with a discount that you get. But moving on, because I don't want my lives to go for hours like the usual deals deals videos. I already got this one and they look very good on the hand. So these are floating TP plastics. They are like 4 centimeters. You get 6 pieces, so great value over on this, and they float. Let's see if they catch bass, because the other option that I have, it's this larva over here, but the color, it's only one color available and it looks a little bit weird. And this plastic, I don't think it has like how can you call it, not a sack, that's like a hollow part that makes it floating. So this is just a plastic that will float naturally on the water, or has something impregnated into it to float. So I think it will float a little bit better than this one, that you need to be a little more careful to rig. And also, if you are a guy that is interested glass rods, you know that there are two types of glass rods. Very, very cheap ones on AliExpress. All of them are cheap, actually. But the very, very cheap ones, like the one that I have that is white with the cork and gold reel seat. So that one, it's quite inexpensive, but it's a multi-part rod and it's hollow. If you want a true solid glass rod that is, you feel that is heavy, I had one by Leidon. It's like 60, 50 something, 60 euros, and then you have to pay like 10, 15, 17 euros of shipping. You also have from Windscraft. I think this one is very, very similar to the one from Windscraft. This is from Fishing Fans. You can have it on spinning and casting 1.4 meters or 55 inches, and it's one piece. And then you have the handle. The handle, it's a carbon copy of the one that you get with a Rancy rod that a lot of stores rebrand and sell, but it looks fine. I really like, if it's anything, and I bet you that is all the things equal to the one that I have, it's actually quite fun rod to use, because I tell you that it survived to sellouts. Even though I don't use it a lot, it's one unique rod that I have, and the ones that I only have one type of rod, I usually don't sell, even if I need the space, because it's not, at this point, it's not about the money, it's about the space. And also developing the ultralight, super ultralight, and weird ass rods actually in Portugal. Also, new stuff from Kuying. This is the artist. This one looks very good, at least in pictures. I'm really interested on the casting versions. As you can see, they look fancy, on a simple but fancy. As you can see, they have like a top diameter of 1.1 to 1.35, and a cast range from 1 to 5 to 2 to 7, depending on the model. Weights are very low, so they run from 52 grams to 70 grams, and they are not like too much of a skeleton rod. I'm very intrigued by this one. I would get it right now, but money doesn't grow on trees, and as you can see, I have a lot of boxes of reels, because to be honest, I like the Pure Lure Arc Reflex so much that I just bought a bunch of casting reels to test on it. And also because I think on the content on my channel what is lacking, and I noticed that when I was selling stuff, so to get rid of all the clutter that I have around, that I have a bunch of rods and I don't have that many casting reels. I have, don't get me wrong, I have a bunch of casting reels and BFS reels, but I don't have near enough the same quantity bait casters as I have rods for them. So this rod is very intriguing. As soon as I can fork the price, I will get it. It will run 126 euros on any simple promotion. I think on the bigger promotions that may appear on by the middle of the month, it will go lower. So it will go maybe with coupons near 100, and then I maybe pull the trigger. Let's see, or maybe if I sell a bunch of stuff, I don't know. So new stuff looks pretty incredible. I also still plan to buy the Teton, but since that's a model that has been around for so long, I'm not that eager to get it as fast as I need it, because reviews are have been made by the Teton, so it's just as a personal curiosity to get it. And now we move on to deals. So first deal that I get, and I didn't get too many of them because I will try to filter them a little bit better. Other than if I need to do some sort of like what combo to get, but I'll try to be more interactive with the community when I'm doing that type of video. So if you guys want to see like uh, more sort of promotion videos dedicated to making specific combos, tell something on the comments. If you just want to see deals, also leave a comment about it, because that's the thing that really don't have any preference. It's just what it is. So first deal, it's the Handing Elite spinning wheel, 21 euros. It's great value. You get a lot of stuff. So normal gear ratio, the slack on the reel, it's not that big. The only problem that you have is, hey, IG 101. You like seeing deals, so that's where what we're covering. I think new stuff is also great because you have sort of, if you don't go to AliExpress a lot, you have some idea what is popping out, like the DC reels. We had like 10 of them, 10 different ones coming out at the same time. So Ending Elite, 21 euros, it's pretty great price. The only problem with this reel, of course, it's not the best reel in the world, but for 21 euros, and then you can put the 19 euro coupon on this one and get it for another 20. The only complaint I have really, it's being such a deeper spool on this day and age. On anything under 2000, you will always be putting multi-filament on it, so, or in this case braid. So for me it's starting to make less and less sense to use deeper spools. And if we move on, we have the Caesar Prospect again, the C2000S at 33 euros. It's a, I would say, huge step up on the Handing M1 Elite. So for sure you get the 12 euros that you'll be paying more from one to the other. You get it back on weight, also on quality of build. I like the looks of the reel. I know that some people don't like the looks of the reel for some reason. I think they look fine. Reels don't have to look classy, but it's a great reel with 8+1 ball bearings around. I think maybe one less than the Handing M1 Elite, but it's a lot lighter. It's a bit more refined. It has even less slack. I would say if you don't want to fork the money for the, or if you can find a better deal than this one, if you don't want to fork the money for the Kingdom Tagman, which for me it's still the best reel under 50 euros on AliExpress, this it's a suitable candidate for like last 20, 18 euros, whatever the price difference is for the Tagman. So if you want to buy a better rod with that money, which you should if you're on the super ultralight or ultralight spectrum, just get a better rod and you can downgrade your reel from the Tagman to this if you need to save that money. Also from Caesar, and we move to baitcasters, you have the Caesar 0FX, lightweight, sort of deepish spool. So if you are dipping your toes onto salt water, this may be a solid option on the budget side. If you get this and the elf, it's 130 euros and you can just go throwing and boom casting like everything over 5 grams with not and which also will pair very well with like the elf color wise, weight wise. It's almost match made in heaven. If you want something a little bit more fancy, you can see the they also Caesar has also the Pro, which will feature a aluminum frame, which is better. Or you can get the Micro Pro. I didn't feature them because uh, I'm seeing the trends of prices, and if it doesn't go a certain threshold, I will not feature them on deals because I already featured some months ago, and it's very annoying. So now it's 55 euros or 48, and on the next month, a great deal, it's 60. It's a little bit weird, but it's they are still solid options. It's just that it does make sense to feature them as a deal if the price doesn't go as low or lower. And again, my favorite cheap baitcaster, like at under 50, it's this guy, the Anatono Silverino. I will be also getting the Anatono Meteorite, I think, or Star something. It's the a DC reel from Anatono. Hopefully, it looks a little bit better than the. Let me check. I had the box right here. Than this one, the Luxafi. The Luxafi, it looks great on the outside, but as soon as you open the brake side plate, it starts to be a little bit wonky, and the way you change the braking electronics, it's with a ejector pin for the SIM card on a deep switch. But they make it cute, so they have like the Luxafi has that cat logo that's holding a fish, so they made the fish exactly the same profile as in the logo, where you can, and the fish is made of a sort of silicone, and you can hide the ejector pin in there, and it's like a key ring that you can hold with you to change the settings on your reel. It's very weird stuff, but it's cheap. It's almost the same price as the this reel, but again, 30 euros you cannot go wrong with this. Even though it says 0.8, at 0.8 you'll be doing a lot of short casting. But anything like 1.5 grams and up, it's very user friendly. If you set the drag adjustment knob, it will work just fine. The brakes are pretty good, I would say. I would say they are better than like the Cast King Valiant Eagle 2, the normal version or the black version, not the Pro, because the Pro are as good as the Pure Lure Silver Feather Air, but these ones are very good. Again, for 30 euros before the coupons. But moving on, the if you want a cheap long rod, just get this one. Imagine it's 21, 21 euros, and you can buy a casting or spinning 2.13 meter rod. It's 24-ton carbon, not that fancy, but if you're fishing with trebles, it has a nice band. You'll be able to hook fish. I tried to trout fish with this rod for a long time, and I was casting small jerk baits miles. It has great capacity for casting. Ergonomics are, I would say that even if it doesn't feel as refined, the ergonomics are a bit better because this it's better on the palm of your hand than the M1 Trout. M1 Trout, don't get me wrong, it's a great BFS rod for if you like bass fishing with lighter lures. But this one at this price point is has an entry level rod. I think if you fish a little bit heavier, so if you fish anything over 2 grams, this will beat the my favorite budget rod, beautiful fishing XUL. Moving on with deals, if you want a telescopic rod, again I tested a bunch of them. we might soon have a contender, but as because I didn't edit the video, I already fished with it. We might soon have a contender, but I hope the price comes down because all the stores that I see selling the rod that I'm talking about, which is a Chishi rod, it's a telescopic Chishi rod. I think they sell them a little bit over the price. So this one, it's still cheap. It still works. I caught bass and chub and other stuff with it. 23 euros for a rod that you can keep almost on your pocket. It's quite a nice deal. I think the last time I saw it, it was 26, 25 euros. So nice deal. Either the casting or spinning version are good. You pair this with an Anatomo, it's under 50 euros, and you can go catching some perch or bass. Man, with just a couple of lures on your pocket. That's for me for the advantage of telescopic rods. And I only like mostly because I have one that I'm testing because I like the two-part version. I have one from Rollfish that I will be testing. If you get a telescopic rod, for some reason I always prefer in casting. I think it's the way the rod loads that makes it feel better if it's in casting than in spinning form. Moving on deals, for some reason I opened this again. Let me just check my notes if I missed something. That's the problem with doing things live. So okay, yeah, I think I opened, yeah, just a repeat, I opened 2 times this tab. So let's proceed on. We also have the Caesar Zero, which if you want a very light rod, 43 grams, and I have in here allegedly 92-gram baitcaster. You can make 100 and man 135-gram combo. Am I math? Yeah, I'm mathing right. 135-gram combo, man. That's the weight of a lightweight reel. I was with the Aldebaran, the 31, the Shimano Aldebaran in the hand, and it's quite a lightweight reel, and it weighs like 9 more grams than the whole combo if I put this together. Because I have this rod, so that's man. That's I never put it in perspective because I bought this rod before I bought the reel, and now that I'm clicking the connecting the dots, it's 135 grams. Is very light. And even though I said I will not be doing any suggestions on the deals, I actually have one. So I bought this rod, the Mifine Pegasus, and if you are delving yourself on ultralight or super ultralight, get this rod. So if you only plan to have one to explore all the possibilities that super ultralight and ultralight give you, I think this is the best rod to have if you only have one. So it's hollow tip, it's a little bit faster, which I think as a rod to use multiple ways it's better. Don't get me wrong, if you go up on cast weight, I think it will be a little bit different, my opinion, but when you go on lower weights, hollow tip will be easier to use, like trebles. So if you are using like a treble hooked bait, it's a bit more permissive on a lower cast weight rod if it has a hollow tip instead of a solid tip, which usually by rule of design you will use solid tip rod for trebles and you would use a hollow tip rod for single hook or jigs or bottom presentations, whatever it is, because it's faster and you only have one connection point with a fish. It's a bit stouter. Usually when you only have one hook, the you have less chances to lose the fish, so you want a rod that will let you react faster, as the name says. And if you have a lot of points of contact but they are smaller and the fish has more leverage on the lure, which usually happens with hard body baits, you want a solid tip. But again, ultralight and super ultralight, if you want to do with a rod, and this is the one that I recommend, if you want to do with one rod everything, go with a hollow tip rod like this one. This one also has a cast weight that will allow you to use like bottom contact, moving baits, even smaller hard body baits like crankbaits, and even metal jigs, because I found metal jigs that are 1.5 and 3 grams. Crankbaits, you have to be very careful, because even though you can use a crankbait that is 3 grams on this rod, you have to remember that you'll be displacing water. So there are, again, some crankbaits under 2 grams, more than a couple of them on AliExpress. I think I covered most of them on past videos. You have some from Lureholic, you have some from Leto, you have some from LTHTUG, and they are great. They work very well. Usually now, because I'm doing videos every week, and there are videos that you don't see that, again, another thing that I have to cover, but I will cover it on the end of the video, that I'm using. Now I'm not reviewing any baits as I did on the beginning of the channel, because I need to catch fish, so I tend to stick with what I know it will work and don't risk so much on the lure choice. So I'm sticking with the essentials that catch fish. And lastly, on the deals, I think I covered this rod on my last video, but now it's under 50 euros. If you are a bass fisherman that think this is finesse, this might be a rod for you. So it will throw anything over 3 grams with no difficulty whatsoever. You can put a thicker line on it. It's a very stout rod. Again, I covered this rod on the in water review video. You have my opinion of it. This is sort of like Americans would call a finesse baitcaster, not a ultralight, but a light rod. So under 50 euros, this rod, don't get me wrong, even though I'm saying it's a bit heavier than stated, it's still a pure lure rod. So very well made, very fine. I quite like it. And now let's see, what can I open to use as a backdrop. So I'll just open a folder in here so you guys have an idea. So this is a raw. So this is all the stuff that I have recorded, and I have to edit. So a lot of stuff. Man, it's quite hard. And I did some upgrades on my gear also. So got some mics. I don't know if the camera will catch, but got some mics which might help me. Let me show you. So these mini mics from DJI, they are great. They work very well with my DJI Action 4. Also got the boost lens from DJI, which means that now I will have a bigger angle when I'm filming, which is also great. I want to upgrade the camera or get a second camera to do third-person shooting by the end of the year, but again, I want to upgrade the footage that I have, but I do two videos per week, so hard to balance. But that's the things that I wanted to cover about new stuff on the channel. It's basically that I did some upgrading on the gear. I also getting a couple of not so fancy stuff. I'm getting like mounts and upgrading my stands for the lights and my tripods, that sort of stuff. When you don't have much time, you need things that work. So I upgraded some of that stuff. Hopefully, it will translate on the video quality. Um, Man, I hope you guys really like the couple of videos that I have coming. A lot of bass fishing, still some videos with Twitch ads. I'm currently editing. I hopefully it will come out next week. I will have the next couple of days off, so I probably finish editing the in water video, dubbing the unboxing of the Kingdom Microfly. I caught my PB chub almost by mistake, and the only thing I really need right now is more feedback. So if you want more videos, if you want like I do the unboxing or do a shorter unboxing on the beginning of the in water video and just release one video per week, um, that type of stuff. I need more feedback so I can move forward with a bit more confidence that what I'm doing is right. Uh, Not that I need validation on what I'm doing. I'm not. I never said I was an expert on any of this. Just because you, even though if you say you don't care, you get some satisfaction of contributing to something. I think I'm building a good library of things that are available online for ultralight, um, and I'm quite proud of it. But I want to hear from you guys what you think, what you want. Um, I want to steer the channel on a way that people will like it, people that have been watching. And I also want to the guys on the bike stop messing around on the background because I have the windows open. And man, that's what I want. So I want sort of to have a direction on where to steer the channel, because right now I can deal with the amount of work that the channel gives me. But if you guys say just don't do the intros on an unboxing, or just throw the unboxing out altogether because we don't care about it, just do the what you would say on the unboxing, just dub the first 2 minutes or the last 2 minutes of the in water review, and just post a whole video with everything on it, then that could be nice. If you want me to do like tutorials on how to use baitcasters, how to start with super ultralight, how to rig stuff, that I could also consider it, even if I cannot do it right now. Do it in the future. I think I overbought, so I have stuff to review until the end of the year. But what can happen is when you, how can I say it? How can I put the phrase together? So I have a lot of stuff. Some of them quite good, some of them quite bad. I think the bad stuff I will just throw it all on the table and do a video and say don't buy this. Like I have the one reel that is the how do you call it, the a brand that I don't even get money from them because they are not affiliated on AliExpress. You cannot like do a affiliate link. Beer King, that's Beer King Assassin. So it was a reel that when I got it, there was not a lot of stuff for it. So it's a hefty reel that you can use on salt water. The 1000 size, it's or 1500, I quite not remember. I had it paired with a microbite, quite normal reel, 20, 18, 19 euros. And then Surunoya released the Metish. So will I do a full-on review of the the Beer King Assassin? Not really, because not that it's a bad rule, but it's just suppressed by the Metis and there's no redemption point on it. If there's no redemption point on it, so I review a lot of ultralight reels because I know people want to buy one because it's pink, because it's green like the casking that I just reviewed, because this or that. But if it's just a chrome reel, why would you get the Beer King Assassin instead of the Surunoya Metis? At that price point, for a cheap LRF or ultralight saltwater fishing. So you get my point. I think I will do a video covering all the crap stuff that I got or stuff that is not worth buying, and I will cover all of that on a video, get rid of that gear and move on to better things, because I think I have a file over here, the file of shame, where I control everything. I still have things from a last couple of years, and as you can see, there's a lot of things that are filmed, unboxed. I don't have them fished yet, I don't have them posted. So if you come in here on priorities, it will show the things that I have to edit, the things that I have to film, the things that I have to film the unbox. So I have still a lot of things on the back catalog, and it's quite hard, but you see what I'm getting. I need to sort things that are not worth review. I might mention them. Now I have the idea that I really need to do a video saying, let me just think, the fellow that is on the live chat, which is a good thing. For some reason, when I'm doing this through OBS, I don't have access to who's watching, if anyone is watching. But basically what I'm saying is I will start to sort out the things that are not worth it and maybe just put them together as like I have 5 or 10 items and just say, don't buy this, please buy this instead. That's a good video idea, and focus more on niche stuff and things that I think will be worth it. But again, I look back and I remember that that's how I discovered some nice deals. So bit hit or miss, and either way, the point I'm trying to make is that I'm losing some time really testing stuff that I think is not worthy to put on video, because the item really doesn't need to have any cover. That's basically what I'm saying. And I think I'm blabbering too much. So if anyone has any questions, I will be blabbering for 5 minutes more on this video. And I think after that, I'll be done talking and I'll end the live. So if you are curious on my workflow, if I open and you can have a sneak peek of what is around on the channel. This is, I use CapCut to edit because it's just so user friendly. And as you can see in here, I have open the Lemoran Magic Shadow Unbox, the Kuying Superlit on the water, the Kingdom Microfly unboxing, the Caesar Prospect in water, and the Kingdom Microfly Pro in the water. And this is sort of my workflow. If you want to see how I edit of the video looks, this is basically it. So you have all the footage in here. I do a bunch of cutting. I usually edit with captions on, so I do automatic captions. So I know when I need to put like background music. Um, that's how I sort it. Hopefully, AI will come on the near future, and I can just say, please put the music when I'm not talking. Put some captions. Very, very simple editing. Uh, if you are curious, this is my PB chub. Uh, this is me holding the PB chub on the video. Last time I did this, I lost the footage of me catching a trout. So I thought when I took the camera off, I thought that I, I had put the camera on, but I just turned the camera on. I didn't put it on record, and I lost my first caught trout. But this is how a video is going. Uh, so very, very simple linear editing. I try to maintain everything linear, even if I have to put like in this part speed up. So you see that there's a continuity on the fishing session. But we'll also have in the near future some videos that are like back and forth from different locations, because I have some points where I have my camera mounted on the top of the head or right on top of me, so I don't disclose the location. And those videos are very hard to do. Now they are a bit easy because I have the mic and I'm not using the mic of the camera and I can talk a little bit more. But still, it's very awkward because I don't feel the camera. I don't know where the camera is focusing, so it's a bit hard to do. But with that said, I think no one is doing any questions on the chat. Also, this is the first. I think I'll be doing these videos from now on, like on this format, because I do them on the night. Probably I'll not have that many people watching it live or asking questions, but editing these videos is a pain, not because they are hard to edit, because I don't cut almost anything, um, but I have to put the image on the editor on CapCut, and then CapCut will be transforming the video so it can be edited for the faster. It's like a pre-processing step. Then I activate the captions to try to cut any dead airtime, and then I put the music, and then I have um, to how do you call it? How is the word? I have to encode the video to the file that then I upload to YouTube, and then I have to do all the YouTube stuff, thumbnails, etc., etc., etc. And now I'll just do a thumbnail for choice day, thumbnail for sales, and go live. And if anyone has any questions, it's a lot more back and forth. And I think I'm done because I really need to go sleep. It's 2 a.m. and I'll see you guys on my next video or my next live stream. I don't know. Well, now I have infinite data, so I can do live streams from the water. Maybe one day. I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.